I'm just going to speak a bit to ethical non-monogamy versus polyamory. Ethical non-monogamy, or ENM, also known as consensual non-monogamy, CNM, is more of an umbrella term of different types of ethical and consensual non-monogamy. So it can look many different ways, whether it be sexual, emotional, romantic connections in different ways. It doesn't have to be just one specific way. I consider that monogamy is one way of doing relationship, whereas ethical non-monogamy or non-monogamy itself are all the other ways of doing relationships. So it's important to understand that ENM for someone can look completely different to another person. And also, just to speak to non-monogamy, which is unethical, can also look like infidelity or whatnot. Now, polyamory, that word comes from Greek poly, meaning many, and then also amor, love, so many loves. Now, that's where it originated, but it's also good to understand that you don't need to have many loves to be polyamorous. There's also the term multi-amory, which I like, so it's a little bit more clear in that it can just be more than one. And the main difference here, or the main part of this, is that because polyamory sits under the umbrella of ENM, is that it is kind of based on love, romantic love, partnership. It can feel a little bit more like the monogamous relationships you might know, but in very different ways. Again, also, one polyamorous relationship can look completely different to another polyamorous relationship. There's so many ways to have these types of relationships. And other branches within ENM can be things like swingers or play partners. It can be romantic friendships. So the limit can be almost endless with this, and we don't quite have all the language for this. The words can be a little bit limiting, but just knowing that, if there is a point of exploration that you're interested in, or you're just kind of curious about other ways of doing relationships, it might be something for you to look into within yourself and learn about. Reach out to me if you have any questions. I have some book recommendations and can point you in the right direction.